Okay. Oh my goodness. Having the same problem again as last week. YouTube software developers have superimposed the go live tag on top of the go live tag on top of these other tag, and it goes to another site. So I'm just checking to make sure that I am live and all is well before I start the show today. And I apologize for broadcasting in portrait. This is generally not the best way to do this. Okay, at least I'm not sideways this time. So guys at software, if you're out there, I've sent you a message through YouTube. Please fix this. Please, please, please. You're driving some of us absolutely crazy. Let me see. If I turn, no, can't do that. Doesn't work. They won't let me do that. But anyway, guys, it's so great to be here. So much has happened this week. A lot going on. Let me go ahead and adjust that. That seems a little bit bright. Okay, that seems a little bit better. Okay. I usually am able to go online and adjust this. Let me go ahead and I usually adjust this before I start to have it in landscape, which is this way, as you all well know, because you can see a lot more stuff behind me, including my logo, when I do that. But we're just going to have to put up with this for the day. And I have to show you something before I get started. One thing that happened is my absolutely favorite clothing store called The Altered State. They closed their store at the mall where I occasionally go. Made me really sad. My daughter Hannah was in town when that was going on and went shopping with my sister, and they were giving away a lot of their mannequins. And so this one right behind me here, it's I don't know if you can see, it's suspended. I got some mannequins from them for free, which is amazing. We usually have to pay pretty good money for these things. So I was just really thankful for that, and actually have some that I can share with one of my local yarn stores in the area. So I'm real excited about that. All right. Well, let me go ahead and say hi to everybody. Gosh, this really feels weird. Denise, it's so good to see you. You were waiting there so patiently. And Kelly, thank you for commenting. And those of you who were answering Kelly's questions. She says she's crocheting a doily with a rose motif. Kelly, I bet that's going to be beautiful. Okay, sorry I keep fooling with this thing, but I'm trying to get it right. And we have Angie. Good morning, Angie. And Susan B. She says, hope everyone, you know what, let me go ahead and change this to live chat so that I don't miss anybody's messages, because if I have it on top chat, which I never set it for, but it always defaults to that. I'm sorry, I'm full of complaints today. I was really, let me tell you why. I was really confident. I was playing with this go live button, and I had it figured out. I thought I had a way to trick it. And when I was setting up mock, just streams where I don't go live, it was working. And then all of a sudden, if you schedule a live, it doesn't. So maybe the next time I go live, I'm going to have to not schedule it. Ooh, that's so weird. So the buttons work. It doesn't make any sense, right? But anyway, and that reminds me of one thing I need to let you all know. Next Friday, I am going to be on the road. And then that whole weekend, it's Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to be with family. Really happy occasion. We're going down for my daughter-in-law's baby shower, and we're real excited about that. So I'm going to be in the car somewhere in the Northeast, headed south on Friday. So I'm not going to be able to broadcast next Friday or Saturday. So I'm afraid we're going to have to just skip a week. But I have some other things to tell you that I'll be doing on Thursday. So I may do an abbreviated something at some other point, but I'm just not sure yet. I think I'm going to probably have to prepare to do this traveling. I know it sounds crazy. Just got back into town, and here we go again. But what a wonderful life. Okay, so let me see who else. Susan B Says, hello, everyone. Hope you're having a beautiful day. I've been moving a bunch of my yarn to a new location and realizing I may need to do some mystery box sales soon. Oh, I know that feeling. And I've got some goodies to show you all too. I've got just piles around me ready to show you. Lots of new things, but I do want to say, hey, and Brat's mom, it's good to have you in the chat. And Denise, again, she says, hi, Bonnie, Hannah, and everyone. Good to be with you all again. We've just had heavy rain here while we were out, and I left washing on the line. Oh, gosh, I remember those days. Hope everyone is okay. I'm in the UK. Well, yeah, I remember that from when I was growing up, Denise. We didn't have a dryer for many years in my family down in South Florida, but we didn't really need it. We could just hang it out on the line. But yeah, we used to get frequent rainstorms. I remember that happening to my mom. And speaking of weather, I'm back to a little jacket again. I've gone from South Carolina, which was summer, to Maryland now, which is a little chilly. It's been in the 40s in the morning, so it's a little on the chilly side. So, jacket in the morning and, anyway, light, something light in the afternoon. And Hannah's getting ready to join us. She's running a little bit late, serving grandma. So you're all good, Hannah. Let's see. I'm a little slow here. Come on, thing, work. There we go. And Brett's mom says she's having a blessed day. She's stuck in traffic right now. Yeah, I did that a couple days ago, coming into the greater Washington, D.C. area. Lots of traffic there to greet me, welcome me home. Oh, thank you, Grace. That is so kind of you to give us that for the super chat. Let me go ahead and add that to my totals here. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so that brings us up to 40. Thank you so much, Grace, for your generosity. And for those of you who aren't familiar with what we do, and we were actually able to send in $175 recently to Shriners Hospital for Children. So really excited to be able to do that. So the super chat, the way this works is when we get up to $100, I try to come up with a song or something to kind of thank you guys and just try to have fun. But also the proceeds that are donated, 100%, not 10%, not 5%, 100% of that goes to one of my two favorite charities, which would be Shriners Hospital for Children or Rancho 3M, which is a Christian orphanage and Christian school in one of the poorest places I've ever been to in Guadalupe, Mexico. And yeah, a lot of good things going on there. So thank you, Grace, for that and for helping me to draw attention to that. And yeah, so where were we? I say that a lot. I love to craft. It's great to have you in the chat. And Jacqueline, so good to see you. She says, hello, Bonnie, Hannah, and the crochet buddies on a weekend getaway to visit family in Las Vegas. Pray everyone is well. We'll see the rebroadcast. We'll have a great time away, Jacqueline. We'll be thinking of you. And Diane. I need to get more powerful glasses. Diane, so good to see you. And Phil, good to see Phil in the chat. He's wishing everyone hello and prayers for all of you going through personal struggles, passing through Nebraska and Kansas today. Wow. Wow, that's pretty amazing. I've never been to those states, but I've heard they're pretty desolate. My son-in-law's family is from Nebraska, or yeah, his mom's from Nebraska, and yeah, very wide open country. Enjoy that. I would love to see that. And Tracy says, good morning, everyone. Rainy night here in Oklahoma. More today as well. Wow. And Margaret says, morning, so happy I'm able to join in today. Hope everyone is doing well. Blessing to my crafting family. Amen, Margaret. Thank you. You guys are such a blessing. So, 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 so good. Um, and Diane says, thank you. I am fine and hope everyone is doing good. Also, so excited that I came across Bonnie Bay. So nice to be among such nice people. Love all the new stitches I'm learning. God bless. Oh, thank you, Diane. That is such a sweet thing to say. We are so glad that you are here with us. And anyway, I've got lots of things. Let me go ahead. I'm going to try to say hey to a few more people. Tracy says, "Wow, I guess it's spring, huh?" Well, yeah, it felt like summer to me just a few days ago in a different place, but yeah, spring. It feels great. I need to get out and wash my car. Thank you for blessing Phil Kelly. That's kind of you. Wow, and Tracy's mentioning to Denise about problems in Italy. Wow, I'm gonna have to look into that. That would be terrible. Love being in Italy this year, last year, at the end of last year. That's right. And Sandra says, "Good morning, everyone. Bonnie and Hannah, happy Friday from Southern California." Ooh, and Phil says he's headed to Phoenix, Arizona. Ooh, one of my favorite places. I love being in Arizona. Miss my uncle. He's with the Lord now, but I really loved visiting that beautiful state. And we also traveled through the desert, seeing those beautiful cactuses. Wow, I loved it. Thank you, Tracy, guys. Y'all are just caring for these people. You don't even know how kind of you. Ooh, Phil says he's delivering a load of meat to Costco. Thank you, Phil. I am a longtime Prime member of that store. Have given much of our hard-earned money to Costco. I hope they treat you well. And wow, yeah, lots going on. Fires in Canada. Wow, I need to get back in touch with the news. I haven't heard that. And Beach Girl says, good day from a very pleasant New York City, sunny and 66. That sounds just about perfect, Beach Girl. And oh, wow, Phil says he can smell the smoke from Canada, Nebraska. Ugh, that's got to be awful. Let's see. And everything is okay with Denise. That is good. And Sandy, oh, it's good to see you in the chat with us today. And Pam's Projects, welcome, welcome. And Mojo from Germany, welcome to our chat. And yeah, Sandy says, good to see you this week, Bonnie. Can't remember if I was here last week. You sound like me, Sandy. I know I wasn't here last week. I was somewhere else. I do remember that much. And Nancy Lanny loves to craft. She says, hey, Bonnie, Hannah, and everyone. Lovely and sunny in Aldershot, UK. Well, so glad to have you here, Nanny Lanny. That's such a great alliterate, rhyming little name there. And Josie says, good morning from sunny and already 90 degrees, California. I hope everyone is well. Is anyone here attending the Crochetpreneur Summit next week? I'm so excited for it. Josie, thank you for mentioning that. I am going to use that as a lead-in. I'm going to tell you about some of that right now. Really, really excited about this. And for anybody that's interested in either growing your existing fiber-based business, I think this can apply to a lot of different businesses, but it's specifically geared towards those of us who do knit, crochet, maybe sell things on Etsy or other online platforms. I don't want to be just prejudiced just towards that one, but I know there are many different ways for us to help us to be able to make a real living. Really make a living doing what we love. I mean, I know it seems and feels like a dream. It is for me. I never dreamed I'd be doing what I'm doing because I didn't know enough then to even imagine what would be possible. I grew up, like many of you, without cell phones, without computers, talking to people face to face, which I kind of miss now. But anyway, let me tell you about it. I do have a link in the video description. It is an affiliate link, which means I might benefit a bit from it if you click that link, but it's not going to cost you any more. It's, one of those, the way those things work online these days. But let me tell you a little bit about it. And this might be help you decide if you want to invest. It is a small investment. I mean, it is something that you have to think about. But listen to what's going to be happening over this 3-day period. Pam Grice, let me show you. There's a picture of her right there, right there. Pam Grice is the lady. I just showed that to you in case you've seen her online. Is going to be kicking it off at 8 in the morning. This is Mountain Time. Okay, so this is this will be 8, like 10 in the morning. I guess if I'm doing the math right, like 10. I think it's 10 in the morning for us Easterners. Much earlier, unfortunately, for you all in California. So you need to drink your coffee and get up earlier, even probably be 7 a.m. for you. She's going to be talking about getting started, how to move past fear and into profits. And then at 9 Mountain Time, Patricia Sittler from Crochet Styles is going to talk about patent your idea before it's too late. So if some of you have had questions on whether to patent things, this is different than copyright, but you can tune in and learn about that. Katie Brown with Hooked by Katie was going to be talking about unraveling the quirks of amigurumi design. These are all 1-hour installments. Michelle Ferguson with Two Brothers Blankets is going to be talking about my journey to self-publishing. Nicole Riley with Nikki's Homemade Crafts is going to be talking about optimize your Facebook strategy for sales. Chantel Miyagishima, I should have practiced that one first, but it's Japanese. I know how to read Japanese syllables, don't ask why. But anyway, she's with Nitude, and she's going to talk about sales funnels, how to attract, educate, and convert your audience into moneymakers. At 2 p.m., Dominique Calvillo is going to talk about visual storytelling. Alicia Littleton with Little John's Yard is going to be talking about what's working on YouTube now. And then there's going to be a small group networking for the people who are privy to that. And the next day, day 2, this is Thursday. Okay, day 1 is this coming Wednesday, May 24th. Okay, day 2, that's Thursday, May 25th. That's just several days from now. Starting off at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time is Taylor Bento with Bags by Bento. She's going to talk about short videos, big impact. Helen Wilkinson with Sunflower Cottage Crochet, organizing your available time to get the most out of your business. Now, as I read through this, you can see there are a lot of people that you may never have heard of, and there are people that I have not heard of who are making a living in this business, in this industry, which is amazing. Tanya Bush with Nana's Crafty Home is going to be talking about running a successful business when life happens, and we all live in that scenario because life is happening all around us. At 11 a.m. Mountain Time, Edie Ekman. She's going to talk about top tips with course creation. Kim Anderson with Kim Anderson Consulting, 3 secrets to managing business as a squirrel type creative. Does that resonate with anybody? And again, a lot of this, as you can hear, can apply to small businesses that many of you may already be doing that have nothing to do with fiber arts. So, keep that in mind. 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Heather Griffith with HG Designs Crochet. She's going to be talking about creating a cohesive and professional brand across platforms. At 2 p.m. Mountain Time, I'm going to be there. I'm with Bonnie Babe Crochet. You all know that. And I'm going to be talking about what we're doing right now. I'm going to be talking about why live stream And you guys are actually going to be center stage for that discussion. I'm going to be just talking about our community and just how I'm not going to be talking about profits or anything like that. I'm going to be talking about just how important it has been for me personally, and I believe for many of us in the chat, how it has been. It's been life saving for me through the pandemic. That was my social life for a year and a half, you guys, and I'm so blessed. And I'm going to be talking about that. Yeah, for there's well, I'm going to be talking about that at 3 p.m. Pam Grice, the crochetpreneur, is going to be talking about a wellness protective business, how to build a business that doesn't suck the life out of you. Gosh, I am going to circle that one and watch that one for sure. Day 3, which is Friday, May 26th, is implementation day. And this will be mostly with Pamela Grice. She's going to be talking about planning for productivity workshop. There's going to be a small group of networking, hot seat coaching, co-working session, scholarship winner announcement to the academy that she runs throughout the year, which includes, I think, a lot of one-on-one type counseling. And then there's going to be a crochet business boss masterclass, and then giveaway winners announced at the end of the day. So it's going to be a full 3 days. It's going to be, it's basically an online conference. I've been to things like this at Crochet Guild of America, and we would call it Professional Development Day. And I would come home with notes like this, just all the information sheets. And if you join up to follow this, you do get downloadable, sheets that will have the speaker's notes, so that you will have those as a resource. And so what will happen is there's going to be, I believe, a 30-minute presentation that you will watch. And then through another, we're going to be having a live question and answer with everybody for about 30 minutes following that. So it's like a 30-minute presentation, 30-minute question and answer. It's not just 1 hour solid one-way talking from the speaker. It's going to be pretty interactive. So if that's something that you are looking to do, check it out. And if nothing else, just check out Pam's website. She's got website. She's got a YouTube channel where she talks about what she does. She's basically, her and her husband are building a house on some land and a farm. I think it's called a ranch. Okay, they're out west where they have ranches, not farms. So they have both. But so she has a ranch with sheep, and they're building their dream house and everything. And she's doing this with her business doing crochet, which is pretty amazing. So I think if that's something that gives you hope, you should check her out. I've met her. I can personally vouch for her. I'm not doing this for the affiliate links. I'm doing this because she asked me to participate, and I believe in what she's doing. And anyway, so I probably went way too much about that, but I just want to make sure that I covered that in full. Since we're doing business, let me go ahead and tell you about some other things. I'm just going to hit these really fast. But the big announcement right now is that registration is now open for the Interweave Yarn Fest in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. This is August 2nd through the 5th. That's this year. Yes, these are in person. You get to shake people's hands and get hugs kind of classes. And I love this. I'm going to run down the list of the classes that I'm going to be teaching. And I'm really happy to say that tickets have been purchased for all of these classes. So I don't know that I've met the minimum for all of these yet, but I think we're getting close. So it looks like most of these classes are a go. And I'm going to just read them to you. I love crochet cables. Big and bold cables, crochets. I'm sorry, big and bold crochet cables. Another one, let's learn to crochet. And this is for absolute beginners. So if you have a friend that you want to travel or wants to travel with you, and they've always wanted to learn how to crochet and they don't know how to do it, sign them up for this class. Then there's another one, fun crochet fabric for beginners. This is for a crocheter that already knows the basic stitches, but wants to learn how to do the ripple, the shell stitch, the granny's, not the granny square, that's another class. Um, where you do stitches in rows that look interesting. The basket weave, that we're going to cover that in that class. So it's just kind of taking your beginning level stitching up to the next rung. We're going to be teaching a class. I'm going to be teaching a class, designing your own triangular scarf. This is going to be fun. Tassels, fringe, and other knotty trims. Knotty. Okay. 4 ways to crochet the traditional granny square. And be careful when you sign up for that. There's another person teaching a similar class. I don't know what this person is teaching exactly, but it looks like those 2 classes are similar. So if you want to sign up for my class, make sure that my name is attached to it and not the other teacher. And I'm also teaching a class. This is for anybody, called Taking Great Photos of Your Crochet. You don't have to be a crocheter. You can be a knitter. It could be taking great photos of your dolls. I don't know. But I'm going to be talking about how to take great photos of your crochet. And it's going to be a very basic photography class. So if you're already really good at photography, take something else. I mean, I'm going to be really covering very basic fundamental principles, but principles that I think a lot of people on YouTube need to learn. Or not YouTube, Facebook. Yeah, I see these awful pictures sometimes posted, and I'm like, I can't even see the subject in that photo. So it's just very basic, just kind of whittling it down. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Archer and Ace. Terry, so thank you for your kindness there. She just added another $10. The next, just to let you all know, the next donation is going to be Rancho 3M, because I just recently sent a big chunk of change to Shriners Hospital for Children. It's really cool too, because they sent me a little plastic license plate that goes on the outside of my other, little border for my license plate, from Shriners. So I think of you guys every time I see that Shriners license plate, and hopefully somebody else will see that plate and want to consider supporting them as well. Okay, so those are all the classes that I'm teaching in Lancaster. The classes are $125 for a 3-hour session. I know this is an investment. This is not cheap. But just to let you know, a lot of that money, it doesn't all go into my pocket. A lot of that goes to support Interweave, which is putting on this this conference, which is very expensive to put on, if you can imagine, when you have administrators, room rentals. They help pay for my transportation, although I'm going to be driving, so that's not going to cost them too much this time. But it also helps me to help pay for my hotel and stuff like that. So there are a lot of added expenses when it comes to conferences and travel. But just to let you know that it is supporting a good organization, and hopefully one that has supported the fiber arts for many, many years. So anyway, just to let you know that, not making excuses. Life is expensive. The Pittsburgh Creative Arts Festival, the class listing is available for registration also. This is going to be August 24th through the 26th. I'm going to be teaching classes there on the 25th and 26th. And the classes I'm going to be teaching, and I will say these tend to fill quickly. I mean, I think Interweave is filling a lot faster than it did last year. Things are starting to fill. This is the first time I'm telling you about this, and a couple of the classes are already 1/3 fill. So there's like maybe 10 seats left. So and I have kept the number of seats lower this time so that I don't go absolutely crazy. And I've done that for the Pittsburgh Creative Festival too. So these could fill quicker this year. I'm teaching beginning knitting for crocheters. That's the first time I'll be teaching this at the Pittsburgh conference. going to be teaching the I Love Crochet cables again, and Fun Fabric for beginners, and the Big and Bold cables. Those are the 4 classes in Pittsburgh. And let me go ahead and tell you about Fiberfest, and then I will get back to the live chat. DFW Fiberfest in Irvine, Texas, September 14th through the 17th. I'm going to be teaching I Love Crochet cables, Big and Bold cables, tassels, fringe, and other knotty trims, and taking great photos of your crochet. So those are the 4 classes I'll be teaching at the Dallas Fort Worth Fiber Fest. And I am really, 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 really looking forward to that. Have never been to the DFW Fiber Fest. I've heard it's really big and really fun. So I'm so looking forward to that. Oh, excuse me. Let me go ahead and get back to the chat. Hannah had some questions for me. I wanted to go ahead. Sandra Harper would like to know, how or where do you store your yarn? Sandra, I have, let me go ahead and do something here. Let me get you a link. Okay. I'm going to get a link. And I'm going to put it in the chat right here. Okay, I put a link. I just put it in. Oh, okay, Hannah says she found the video. Oh, I just put it in too, Hannah. Sorry about that. I have, yeah, protecting your stash, how to safely store your yarn. I have like a 30-minute video on how to do that. And I talk about what I do. Of course, there are many different approaches to this. I prefer to keep mine in little bins. Can you see them anywhere? Well, they're all out of camera shy. Well, I keep them in these little bins that you can get at, these Sterilite kind of containers. And I put, in a nutshell, put some like not mothballs. Don't use mothballs. The paradichlorobenzene stuff will absolutely make everything stink, and they're not healthy for anybody, for you or pets. But cedar balls in with them. I store them where there's, kind of room light, not direct sunlight, but where you don't want to store your yarn in a dark closet or in a damp place. And I do talk about that. But these containers are not airtight. You want your yarn to be able to breathe a little bit. So they're unairtight containers, if that makes sense. I don't vacuum pack or any of that kind of stuff. So you can just check out that video, and anybody else that is interested in that, I do have a lot of other videos on yarn. Oh, hey, Bobby. Hannah tells me you're in the chat. So glad that you can join us, my friend. I'd love to stop by and see you again at some point, but don't know when I'll be able to do that. I'm going to be traveling not too far from you, probably down 81, but I'm with my husband this time, and he's got a work schedule, so that's going to be kind of tight for doing any other stopping. Josie, Hannah sent me your question. It says, do you or anyone in the chat have any tips for avoiding injury or pain with crochet besides taking breaks? I've had some bad wrist pain this week. I do, Josie. I have a video that I want you to look at. It's called Everything I Need to Know to Start Crocheting Today. It's a very basic video. And the reason I'm pointing you towards that is it could have something to do with the way you're holding the crochet hook. Let me see. Do I have a crochet hook? No, I do not. But if you use a pen hold, I know a lot of crocheters use, the way you hold the pencil. And when you do that, each stitch requires a lot of wrist movement. If you can change to a knife hold, it becomes more, it tends to minimize, I believe it tends to minimize the amount of stress that the bones, and there are many, many bones in in your hand. I don't know exactly how many, but I just know it's very complex. The hand, the wrist, the number of joints. So, yes, so besides setting a timer and limiting yourself, even if you have to finish out the row, limiting yourself to how much you crochet in a day, that's probably numero uno. But yeah, the other thing I'd say is check your grip on your hook. And some people like the bigger handles on the hooks. I have kind of a medium sized on those soft hooks. I don't really require a really big hook, I guess, with my knife hold, but definitely check out some of the other different styles of hooks to see if that helps. But if you're using your, the kind of the pen hold that I showed you, or like a fork, the way people hold, a fork, that could be something you could change. It would be hard to change because I know once the muscle memory is established, learning it differently is hard. But those are the two things I would recommend. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, let me go ahead and find it. Hannah, it's everything you, Hannah, the video we're looking for. She wants to get that and put it in the chat. Everything you need to know to start crocheting today. It's on my homepage, and it has a picture of a ball of yellow yarn on the thumbnail. It's kind of a boring thumbnail. Ah, well, we have to say hello to some new people. We have Mojo from Germany. Oh my goodness. Welcome to our chat all the way from Germany. You guys are probably getting ready for supper about now. And Kathy, she says bonjour from France. Wow. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. You and Mojo are probably getting ready to for your evening to start. Okay. And let's see. I just had a lot of things load here, guys. Woo, getting behind. You know what? I'm going to let Hannah feed me any questions, and I'm going to just show you some things, if you don't mind. I'm going to pause the chat for just a minute. I want to show you what's coming. Well, let me show you what was released this past week. It was a re-release. It is the Poncho. Let me go ahead and put this on for you so you can see it better, because it's kind of hard to see when you have something that's lace. It's kind of hard to see the pattern when it's doubled. So let me go ahead and put this on for you. It really is a nice layer, even though it has a lot of holes. People always think if a crochet blanket has holes that it's not going to keep you warm, but that's not true. This is just enough. And I'm going to show you the edging on this. This is the poncho that I did back in 2017. So when you watch those videos, and if it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, I didn't. It was one of the very first tutorials that I had ever done. And I used Cascade yarns. It's a number 2 weight cotton. I forget the name of the cotton, but you can use any cotton. I recommend the lighter weight, or they call it sport weight cotton. And here is another, this cotton. This is another version of it. And I'm a fringe lover, so I added fringe to this one. I remember wearing this at the TNNA conference many, many years ago. And so I used the Knit Picks sport weight comfy cotton or something like that on this. So it's the same pattern. It's just video number 4 has the finishing it with the fringe, and video number 3 ends with finishing it with a crocheted trim. So these work up really fast. They're just it's a paneled poncho, and so I just wanted to re-release that again. I just changed a little bit. I changed the intro, just put some music and newer information on the video. And if I do say anything about the pattern being at Ravelry and some of them, the pattern's not at Ravelry. That was back in 2017. The pattern is at Lovecraft's store. Now I want to show you, okay, this is a blast from the past, but this is a new design that is coming on Monday. I've been So excited to share these with you all. And I have 3 different colors to show you. Okay. These are cell phone bags. Okay. And this is made of nylon. Notice how it doesn't stretch and it's not, real loosey-goosey like acrylic yarn would be. This can protect your phone. This is the nylon that I'm talking about. Oftentimes comes in little bolts like this. Different companies, Omega makes this. You can get this online. Sometimes they have this at Michael's in the store. They usually don't have many good colors to choose from. I found mine at Hobby Lobby. So this is, again, 100% nylon. I mean, you can go fishing with this stuff. It's so strong. So it's just putting 2 granny squares together with some trim. And the phone would be very, very secure in this. If you want to add a button, you can just add a little chain and a little button if you want. I didn't want to do that on my design because if I add a button, then that's one more thing that I have to do to get to my phone. And I prefer to have, a little, don't like any barriers. And if you don't like, you can make this as long as you want. And if you want to make it shorter as you're wearing it, slip knot, look at that. And it stays. It can be any size. And then if you don't want the short one anymore, pull it out. You've got a nice, a nice bag. You can just wear it. Because I know a lot of times women's clothing, I went shopping with Hannah. We had a great time together as mom and daughter. And it's amazing. You have these beautiful dresses that you get to wear and you go buy, and then there are no pockets. So this is the answer. You can make a little bag. Now I bought 3 colors. These 3 light brown, cream, and dark brown, or I don't remember the exact names of them. And I still have a lot left over. And from this, I made 3 different combinations, and they all look different. So this is something that you can do, and these are pretty neutral colors. You can see it can go with any of these. Would be fine with what I'm wearing today. And if I took the pink off, let's go ahead and do that. I took the pink poncho off. I mean, these neutral colors, would be fine even with what I got on here. Maybe a little bit lower. But yeah, so this is coming on Monday. This is something that is very, very functional. And those of you like Kelly who may have an Etsy store and you want to make and sell these to, online or at your craft shows, you can absolutely do that. And people ask me, I mean, this is a pretty basic pattern, but in general, people have asked me if they could, sell the things they make from my designs, and the answer is absolutely. The only thing that I ask, I can't even require it because it'd be impossible to enforce. I just ask that if where appropriate, you give me designer credit. That's all. I mean, just if you say this is such and such, and when you're advertising it on Etsy, just say that it's my design. That's all I ask, is just name recognition in that, not no money or anything like that. So anyway. And Casey wants to know if I can show the upcoming love throw and how many squares are across. Good question. Okay, that's right behind me here. Let me go ahead and get this out. So I will hold this up a little bit closer for you and show you. Let me go ahead and turn it this way so you can see the edge. Okay. And this is the trim. I really don't like broadcasting in portrait. It's just harder to see everything. But yeah, this is it. I made 20 squares for this one. 4 crossed, 5 down. But you can make, as many or as few as you like on this. I mean, so yeah, it's it's one of those, once you make the square, then you're good to go. And the crochet love part, if you can see, it kind of forms hearts at the bottom, and it's both directions. It forms a heart here. So it's like hearts on both sides. So, so yeah. And this will be coming probably the second or third. I think I scheduled it for the third week in June. I've been kind of playing with. Let me go ahead and put that down. Let me go ahead and tell you when I have it tentatively scheduled, so you know when to expect this. Can you believe we are like past the halfway mark in May? Whew. Okay, I'm looking at June 12th. I'm hoping to release it. So June's going to be a big month with designs. I'm going to have a lot coming out in June. Yeah. So next week is the Granny Square cell phone bag. Let's go ahead and close that out. So June 12th, I'm hoping to release that. I'm still waiting for the pattern to come back from my editor. So I just want to make sure that it is as near perfect as I can get those before they go public. Oh, wow. Phil says May 25th is my 50th birthday. Happy birthday, Phil. And welcome. That's fantastic. I want you to enjoy every minute of this. And let me tell you, my experience in the 50s is life begins. I used to tell my kids, life doesn't begin till you turn 50. And not too long ago, I joined the 60s club. So I'm real excited about that one. I'm just like, bring it on. I'm that much closer to eternity, and have a lot to look forward to with life with Jesus. And but yeah, 50 is a great. I would sing happy birthday to you, but I know that might embarrass you, and I'm not really good at singing that song. It always makes my kids cringe, but I do wish you all the very best, Phil. I do wish you all the best, and just, yeah, I just pray that your world just opens up even more so. And Kelly says her nephew is graduating from college on Wednesday. Wow, congratulations on that too, Kelly. See if I missed anything. Oh, yay. So Sandra says she's planning on attending. Sandra Harper, I guess it's the Crochetpreneur Summit. That would be great. I am looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to learning a lot. I always do when I hear others, just share their experiences in just in life, in the world, and especially in the business. Uh-oh. Thank you, Hannah. Hannah says she didn't think the birthday song was made to be sung. Yeah, he said only by expert singers. Yeah, maybe that's it. It's like the Star Spangled Banner. I mean, it's it's a really hard song to sing. And the fact that everybody knows the song when you try to sing a song makes it adds that much more pressure. Excellent. Um, wow, there's a lot going on, gosh, with those fires in Canada. I need to try to look into that and pray for that. Denise, I'm sorry to hear about. She said her former minister and his wife had to evacuate last week. Wow. Um, and Terry, what is going on? Just I wish I could get out and go. Hip, okay, hip is so bad. The doctor said I'm not a candidate for surgery. I've been like this for 4 years. Let me write you down on this list, Terry, so I can add you to my prayer list, girl. Um, I will definitely add you to my list so we can pray for that. Let's see here. It's just so weird in broadcasting in this portrait. I'm still trying to get used to it. I don't know that I can. I am going to try to work on this again, guys, for next week. Okay, if I missed your comment, I just want to apologize right now. I am not trying to exclude anybody. I'm just trying to hit the highlights. I do have a few other things to show you. Let's see, let me get my notes back up here. No wonder I can't see what I'm doing. The notes were down. Okay, that. Ooh, you want some show and tell? I got some show and tell. This is what I had in the thumbnail. I went to, this is when I was still in Myrtle Beach. I went to the Knit and Pearl, which is over in Surfside Beach, South Carolina. And this is Berroco's Remix Light. It's 100% recycled fibers, and this is what's in it. 30% nylon. Nylon is really good for strength. That's like nylon, the stuff that you can't break this stuff with your hands. Cotton, 27% cotton, 24% acrylic, 10% silk, and 5% linen. This is listed as a number 3 yarn, but if you look at my yarn series, it's thinner than that to me personally. Each ball has 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, or get this, 432 yards. That is a lot of yards. So this is crocheting up like a number 2 to me. Remember when I did that video, and if those of you haven't seen it, if you look at my All About Yarn series, I have one where I actually showed number 4 weight yarns, and I put them under a microscope and I measured them with a micrometer just to show, you know, the differences in the various brands and whatnot. I mean, there is a category, there is a range for each number, but there's a variation within that. So I am working on a summer top, and I'm real excited because this summer top that I'm working on can either be a summer top or you can make it into a dress just simply by continuing the pattern. It's that easy. And I finished the dress. I'm real excited about that. I can't wait to show you, but I'm going to have to wait to show you. But when I'm waiting to have the top as well, I'm going to have a top as a sample as well, so I can show you both at the same time in the videos. And I'll tell you more about that as time goes. I'm even trimming it with beads. It's going to be so much fun. Now, Hannah was up here in Maryland while I was down in South Carolina, and she went to a thrift store, and look what she found. She found this for me, and for all of this together, Hannah, you paid $5, is that right? I think she said $5 for all of this. And let me tell you what's in it. I did not know this until I got home. And these are all the same brand. It's a brand that I'm not familiar with. It's called Quinn Fiber. Queuing fiber. And it's called Melted Baby Surrey. Yep, $5. Okay, thank you, Hannah. And this is, okay, this you can just see the softness in this. And it's not a rough softness. It's like baby powder softness. This is 65% baby Surrey alpaca. Baby alpaca is much softer than mature adult alpaca. 20% merino wool, 15% silk. So this, and it's hand dyed in the UK. So this came from the UK, obviously. And I have, what is the yardage on this? Okay, so this is a thicker yarn, 175 meters or 191 yards. So this must be like a worsted or a DK weight yarn. So this, I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff, but it's just going to make me happy just looking at it, thinking about what I can make with it. And yes, because it's yarn of an unknown origin, I'm keeping it in a Ziploc bag for now, just in case. I'm gonna, I'll be dealing with it later, but just to let you know, it doesn't smell bad. It seems like it's been perfectly well kept, but just in case, I'm just keeping it, again, sealed so it doesn't, if there's anything wrong with it, it won't infect the rest of my stash. This looks like a shawl time to me. This is, again, queuing fiber. And those of you in the UK, I don't know if you've heard of this before, but let me know if you have. This is super soft. Okay. This is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, 212 meters a hank, which tells me this is probably a DK or a number 3 weight yarn. Okay. Hand dyed, of course. And that is just going to make, I think, a really fun, I think this is going to make a really fun summer. I'm going to check. Would that be enough? No, it wouldn't be enough for a poncho. Yeah, that would be only 600, maybe 700 yards total. But that could make a beautiful shawl, or, shawl for the summertime. You can just kind of drape over your shoulders and wear with maybe a white top, white cotton top or something. Yeah. So Hannah, thank you for thinking of mommy even when I wasn't around. That really blessed me. And I got this when I was out shopping at Hobby Lobby. I couldn't resist. I'm going to put this in my kitchen. What do you think? Isn't that cool? Would probably eat here again. And everything was like 50% off there. So I think it was like $4 or something. So I thought, yeah, I can bring that home. It reminded me of my daughter-in-law. She has one like this in her bathroom, in her guest bathroom. And pardon what I'm going to say, but it says, would poop here again, 5 stars. So that was kind of funny. It reminded me of her, but I'm going to set this up in my kitchen. Yeah, giving myself 5 stars. So, did I cover everything on my list today? Oh my goodness, I think I did. Yeah, and Hannah, just to let you know, I did tell people about the mannequins that you got for me from the store. So thank you for doing that. I know that was probably not a fun experience for you, but thank you for serving me and thinking of mommy again. And we do have one more thing. If you are still with me at this point in the video, I did not advertise this, but if you're still watching me, what I want you to do is we are also celebrating this past week. We passed 250,000 subscribers. Yeah, 250,000 subscribers to the Bonnie Bay Crochet channel. I never dreamed that I would have one of these. I never thought we would even get to 100,000, but we are at 250,000. And that is amazing to me. I mean, I look forward to getting the gold one that says 1,000,000. I know I'm dreaming, but why not? I am just so thankful. I have, what I want is I'm going to give away 5 books. I can only ship to the US. So if you want to enter, what I want you to do is email me. Let's just do this by email, because I want this to be for my faithful. You guys are so faithful. I'm going to put my email, bonniebay@me.com. And so all you need to do is say, enter me for the giveaway. Okay. I'm going to pick 5 winners. These are going to have to, wait a minute. Let me clarify. If you're from the US, you can get a book. You can pick any book you want that I have in publication. I will send it to you. Okay, any book. It can be my beginning book. It could be even, my Penguin Random House books, the big books, a leaflet, whatever. But I want to give 5 away. If you are outside the US, I can email you 3 patterns. How's that? 3 patterns of your choice from the Lovecraft store. So I don't want to, I don't have control of the PDFs with the major publishers, but I can send you some patterns. So if you're outside the US. And again, the only reason that I don't ship anywhere and everywhere is I would have to put in a second mortgage on my house to pay for shipping. It is very expensive to ship overseas now. It's very expensive to ship to Canada. But anyway, so I'm going to be giving away 5. So and I'm going to be doing that at random, and I will let you know Monday morning. I will post in the community section who the winners are, and I'll also post in the video description of this live video. Okay, so it's just a small way for me to say thank you for all of your support for so really for so many years. Although I feel like the time has gone by like that, but we've been through a lot together, guys. The whole world has. So anyway, oh, we have Nasrin in the chat. So glad that you can be with us. And I was gonna make sure, just see if there's anybody else. Kelly Dye, it's good to see you in the chat as well. I do have something I want to read to you all. Mandy from the UK. Welcome, welcome. I just want a quick shout out to anybody that's new. Oh, and Josie said that she gave her cousin her rainbow Abigail blanket for her rainbow baby. Oh, she loved it so much. She cried and her husband couldn't stop smiling. Oh, how sweet. You're going to make me cry. That special rainbow word. And again, for those of you who aren't familiar with that, a rainbow baby is a baby born after a previous miscarriage. So, and we are expecting my daughter's rainbow baby in August. We are so excited. And God is doing so many great things behind the scenes and in the center stage as well. So we're so excited. And, oh, Bobby, I'm so sorry to hear about your aunt. We will definitely... Let me write that down, because I won't forget. I won't remember that. She's on the list, Bobby. I will definitely be praying for that. And up we have, is it, okay, we have, that's an interesting name. We have Margita. So good to see you in the chat. And Debbie Clark. First time on the live for me. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are so glad you're here. And Linda Jones. And, oh, yay. Kelly signed up for the beginning knit class in Philadelphia. Yay. I'm so excited. Oh, and I'm going to try to have giveaways for those classes too. I'm going to, it's just our secret, okay? I'm going to try to bring some books so I can do some giveaways in the class. I can't sell books in the class, which is okay. I'm going to just give them away instead. We do that. Sometimes we'll do drawings. It'll be fun. Linda's looking for the live chat. You may have to sign in to your account, Linda. I don't know what might be going on there, but who knows with all the new rollouts of software updates. That sends shivers of fear into my soul when I hear about software updates. That means I have to learn something new. Okay, good, Hannah. Okay, you're all good now. Yeah. They say new updates have been rolled out about 2 weeks ago, and I think they're still shaking the bugs out of it. So, oh, thank you, Debbie, for your kind encouragement there. All right, and okay. Wow, lots more people. Ann Butler, yay. Oh, thank you guys for the congratulations. And Freaky Geek, it's good to see you. Says, I want a drawing of a kitty, please. What are you up to, Freaky Geek? All right. Oh, thank you. Love to craft. Yeah, the YouTube plaque was about 1.5 years ago, but thank you. Yeah, I was really blessed with that. And SL, thank you so much. That's a cool word, isn't it? Freaky Geek. She's talking about, in case those of you who don't know, she says she's listening and dealing with yarn barf. It's kind of an edgy word for when you pull the
the yarn out of the middle of a like a pull skein, and it just all comes out in the big twisted mess. Yeah, that's kind of a silly word. Um, and Anna says, "Will you be teaching at DFW Fiberfest in Texas?" Yes, 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 yes. I did talk about that earlier, but yes, I'll be teaching 4 classes there. I love crochet cables, big and bold cables, tassels, fringe, and other knotty trims, and taking great photos of your crochet. Yes, they have not opened up yet for registration, but again, just to review, Interweave Yarn Fest in Lancaster and the Pittsburgh Creative Arts Festival, they're both open for registration. And once those classes fill, they're filled. Many other people besides me, though, if you're looking to learn all kinds of other things, check out, there are a lot of different classes to choose from. And I just appreciate any support at all that you all can give, by attending these events. And I will warn you, though, once you attend one of these events, you're going to be hooked. You're going to be hooked for life. I mean, no pun intended. Well, maybe I did intend that. So definitely check that out. Well, it is a little bit past 1 o'clock, so let me go ahead. I so appreciate everybody, Tammy H, and just anybody else I haven't said hi to. I apologize. I really love. Oh, Lynn McLean, so glad to have you, and have a go, Joe, Joanne. Wow, that's a cool name, and Margaret and Casey. Thank you guys. Just you guys are so encouraging. This is like the best community. Um, um, Yeah, she Freaky Geek says about the yarn mess is my in a pile of yarn mess, my fault for not thinking in advance. Hey, we're creative, Freaky Geek. We're allowed to be, get messy like Miss Frizzle, get Magic School Bus, get messy, have fun, you know, learn something. Um, wow, Sandy said it took her 2 days to unravel. All my own fault. Yeah, well, let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and read you an encouraging song. I was, as I was sitting in my car driving for 7.5 hours, which was as good because it didn't take 9 hours. It only took 7.5 hours to drive home 2 days ago. I got to listen to some really great podcasts and to some of my favorite music in the wide world. And one of those musicians is somebody he was big in the 80s in Christian music called Wayne Watson. For those of you who may have listened, I got to meet Wayne Watson in person a few times. And I'll never forget one time I met this man. We came early to a concert because it was so far away from home. And we got there a little bit early, and he was the only person there at that point. It was a smaller venue in a church building. And he was there with his sound man, and that was it. And he noticed this family with 5 children, and my children were much younger back then. I mean, they weren't adults, obviously. They were, this was about 15 years ago. And so he noticed us outside, out in the lobby area, and we were quiet, but he stopped his sound check and he came out and personally shook the hand of all my children and talked with us for a few minutes. And I just thought, okay, you've just won my respect forever. So he's been a Dove Award recipient many times, has sung with some of the greats. But anyway, but what I love about him the most is his love of the Lord. And so this is a song that he wrote, reflecting on the Lord Jesus Christ and what he's done. So I'm going to try to get through it without crying tears of joy. You know that's not going to happen, but I'm going to try it nonetheless. And the song, if you want to listen to this after we're done here, I did put the link in the video description below so you can hear him singing it, and it might even sound better. I know it will sound better with him singing it. It's called Grace, and this is what he says. Grace keeps giving me things I don't deserve. Mercy keeps withholding things I do. Words that seldom fail me keep me looking for the words to express my gratitude. The list keeps getting longer, more than I can count. I thought I could get close to more deserving. Unworthy on my best day, unworthy at my worst.
to receive this blessing that you give me freely. And then the chorus again. Grace keeps giving me things I don't deserve. Mercy keeps withholding things I do. Words that seldom fail me leave me looking for the words to express my gratitude. To express my gratitude. You must have your reasons. You must have a plan. You must see some treasure here I'm missing. If I could see myself through your eyes, it would be easier to breathe and display your loving kindness to the world around me. And grace keeps giving me things I don't deserve. Mercy keeps withholding things I do. Words that seldom fail me leave me looking for the words to express my gratitude. And I could say that about you guys too. I mean, I just so appreciate just, the grace that I've been shown, first and foremost by the Lord, but by you guys as well. Well, anyway, I need to figure out how to end this chat. The button is in a different place today, but I wish you guys a wonderful week. And remember, I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to be on the road, but I'll be thinking of you. I will try to post in the community section. And if anything changes, I will let you know. God bless. Bye-bye.